Good day, STEM students. I am Felman L. Maninang, your General Physics 1 teacher. Today, we will be talking about uniformly accelerated motion, UAM, particularly free fall. MELC codes for this video. Convert a verbal description of a physical situation involving uniform acceleration in one dimension into a mathematical description. Second, construct velocity versus time and acceleration versus time graphs, respectively, corresponding to a given position versus time graph and velocity versus time graph, and vice versa. Solve for unknown quantities in equation involving one-dimensional uniformly accelerated motion, including free fall motion. And lastly, solve problems involving one-dimensional motion with constant acceleration in contexts such as, but not limited to, the tailgating phenomenon, pursuit rocket launch, and free fall problems. Definitions. Free fall refers to any object acted upon by gravity only, or kahit yung mga naapektuhan ng air resistance pero negligible, no? Hindi dapat malaki yung factor ng air resistance. Uniformly accelerated motion refers to a motion with constant change in its velocity. Acceleration due to gravity, symbol G, refers to the rate of change in velocity on Earth equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So kung papansin nyo, positive value ang ginagamit ko. In some books, you will see that 9.8 meter per second square have a negative sign. That is to emphasize the motion of the object is downward. Pero tayo, ang gagamitin natin ay 9.8 meter per second square positive. Bakit? We will be using the positive value to emphasize that the motion is increasing or speeding up. So, positive ang acceleration kapag nag-i-speed up. Naalala nyo yung graph natin last time. And then, there will be a time that we will be using negative 9.8 meter per second square to emphasize that the motion is slowing down. So, walang kinalaman sa moving up or moving down kasi alam naman natin gravity is always moving down. So, we will focus on speeding up, positive 9.8 meter per second square, and slowing down, negative 9.8 meter per second square. So, yun ang gagamitin nating value. Kilala naman natin kung sino siya, di ba? Siya si Galileo Galilei. So, he is the father of scientific method because to prove something or to tell something, we should first conduct experiments. So, dapat meron tayong basis sa mga claims natin. So, siya yung gumawa nun. Siya yung naggawa ng mga steps para sa pag-aaral ng science. So, ito yung isa sa mga experiment niya, yung platform. So, meron siyang iba't ibang angle of inclination na platform. Tapos, may vertical platform. Napansin niya na the ball changes its motion every second. So, naalala nyo yung pabilis ng pabilis siya. 'Di ba? Pero napansin niya na yung change in speed is constant. So, yung pagbabago ng kanyang velocity is constant. At napansin niya kapag mababang inclination, konti lang yung change in speed. As he increased the inclination, mas malaki yung change in speed. And then, kapag vertical, yun na, nakita niya na that object falls at 9.8 meter per second square acceleration due to gravity. Kasi sabi niya, gravity lang naman ang humihila yan dyan, no? Para mahulog yan, gravity ang humihila sa kanya, vertically downward. So, yun yung ano niya, yun yung contribution niya in physics natin. Aside sa marami pa niyang contribution, no? So, yung 9.8 meter per second square, siya yung unang nakasukat nun using this experiment setup. So, yung kanyang result, so, yung displacement, time. So, siyempre, at time 0, displacement, 0 pa, hindi pa binibitawan eh. So, sa first second, 4.9 meters. Second second, 19.6 meters. So, para may idea tayo sa 4.9 muna sa per second. Di ba ano yun? Yung room kasi natin, yung vertical height nun, more than 3, almost 4. So, kung titingnan natin, almost 5 to 4.9. So, hanggang dun siguro sa handle ng corridor natin. So, pag naghulog ka ng coin doon, it will take 1 second para tamaan yung ating ground. So, yung 19.6, medyo mahirap nang imagine to kung ilang floor to, no? So, compute nyo na lang, 3.5 meters yung bawat floor. Ilan yung kasya doon, malalaman na natin. So, second, napakalayo na kaagad. So, yung 44.1, di ba? Napakahirap imagine na nito eh. So, sa akin, siguro hindi naman umabot ng 78.4 no yung 4 second na nag-drop siya ng mga ball. Siguro mathematical na to yung part na to. Kasi pag naghulog na tayo ng ganito kataas, magpa-factor in na rin dyan yung air resistance. Ano yung air resistance? Kasi bumibilis yung takbo niyan eh. Mas malaki din na cover niya sa bawat second. So, mas malakas na yung hangin na tumatama doon sa ball. So, may factor na yun. Baka hindi mo na makuha tong mga quantity na to. So, basically, mathematical computation na siguro ang ginawa niya sa third and fourth. Kasi, di ba, imagine niyo yung Tower of Pisa. Parang hindi man naabot ng 78.4 meters yun eh. So, yun lang sa akin ha. Pero try to conduct research na kung saan niya kinandak yung 4 second. And then, kapag ginrap natin yan, napapansin nyo, so 0 second, 1 second, 4.9 nasa gitna ng 0 and 10, and then 19.6, halos 20, tapos yan, and yan. Mapapansin nyo, ito ay curve. Naalala nyo, sa second week natin, meron tayong natawag na DT graph, no? Na pinag-uusapan natin ay curve. There is a change in its slope. It is becoming steeper and steeper. We could say that the slope is increasing. So, masasabi natin na pabilis ng pabilis yung kanyang velocity habang nahuhulog siya. Tama ba? Pero hindi pa natin pwede sabihin na constant yung increase. So, hindi pa. Hindi ibig sabihin kapag curve, constant na agad. Hindi. Maraming klase ng curve yan. May isang paraan to test if this curve has a constant change in velocity. So, pwede natin gamitin sa mathematics yung relationship na y and directly proportional to the square of x. So, pag in-square natin yung mga value neto, na hindi na natin gagawin dito kasi yung t square kasi wala namang quantity na time square, 'di ba? Meron tayong t square sa gamit pero wala namang quantity yun. So kapag in-square nyo to, 1 times 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3, tapos gamitin nyo yung d rito, you will still have a straight line. Doon nyo palang pwede sabihin na may relationship sila at constant, no? Constant yung kanilang slope na masasabi natin doon. Pero hindi natin gagawin. Instead, yung t square, kukunin natin isang t, lalagyan natin dito, it will become distance over t, which is velocity, at may iwan yung time dito, magiging vt graph siya, di ba? So, yung d over t, kinuha mo yung isang t rito, yung t square, kinuha mo, will become velocity time graph. So, tingnan natin. Sa velocity time graph, ito yung mga numerical value. At 0 second, 0 velocity. At the first second, 9.8. Uy, nakakapagtaka. Bakit 9.8 na kagad, sir, siya? Eh, sabi dito, yung tinakbo niya pa lang sa first second, 4.9. Kung titingnan natin sa graph, di ba? 4.9, pero yun yung narating niya. Pero tandaan nyo, 0 siya galing. So, nagbago yung velocity niya. Now, kung 4.9 lang yung velocity niya, hindi niya aabutin yung 4.9 sa first second kasi di ba nagsimula siya sa 0. So, yung pinakamadaling equation na gamitin mo dito yung average velocity. So, ano yung average velocity? So, 9.8 minus 0, di ba? Plus 0 divided by 2. Di ba ganun yung pagkuha ng average, i-add mo lang siya. So, pag dinivide mo yan sa 2, 9.8 minus 0 is 9.8. Divided by 2, you will have 4.9. So, ibig sabihin, ganyan na siya kabilis, pero konti pa lang yung nababiyahe niya. 4.9 kasi nagsimula siya sa 0. And then, sa second, ayan, sa 2 times 2 seconds, tingnan natin, parehas na sila, 19.6. Sa third, diba? 29.4 pero kanina 44.1. Yung covered niya malayo pero yung velocity niya 29.4 to cover that and then 39.2. So as the time increases, there is an increase in velocity. Pero kung titingnan natin yung increase in velocity, so 9.8 minus 0, 9.8 yun. 19.6 minus 9.8, 9.8 pa rin. 29.4 minus 19.6, 9.8 pa rin. 39.2 minus 39.2 minus 29.4, 9.8 pa rin. So, yung change in velocity rito, constant. So, titingnan natin sa graph. Ayan, straight siya. Diba? So, sabi natin, there is an increase in velocity. Pero hindi lang yun na masasabi natin dito. The increase in velocity is said to be constant kasi linear nga yung nabuo natin. Ibig sabihin, for every increase in second, no, there is also a constant increase in velocity. So, sabi nga natin, 9.8 yung pagbabago rito. Okay, so ano nga ulit ang ang slope ng ating VT graph, 'di ba? Yun yung kanyang acceleration. So Galileo na term this acceleration due to gravity which is equivalent to 9.8 meter per second square. So for our equation, no, on UAM, watch my next video. I hope you enjoyed learning general physics Kalma lang.